saved.
Speechless!
Please stop.
I won't.
She saved.
I will not be silent, sir. That's what this movie taught me. I won't be silent.
What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Leroy.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Michael.
What are we here about?
Aladdin!
Aladdin, man. Yeah, Aladdin.
Yeah. So we all saw Aladdin.
Yeah.
And there's some different opinions, I guess, or I think we all had the same opinion reaction to it, which was we all liked it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much singing, but yeah.
Why'd you
There
even go to
can
the
never
movie?
be too much singing in a Disney movie.
Why did you go to the movie?
I had no choice. My wife wanted to see it, so if it was up to me, I'd have never seen it because I didn't need to see it, but I'm glad I did. I liked it. Will Smith brought it.
Well, Aladdin has always been and will continue to be one of the musical
I like
selections out of the Disney's. I mean, because I'm just saying, back in the day, I had the Disney sing-alongs. I'm pretty sure I had the Aladdin sing-along, Lion King, Little Mermaid, because they had harmony on there, which was not on the movie. That's one of my favorites. But okay, so Aladdin.
The original came out in 1992.
Yeah.
It was a bona fide hit.
Yep.
Because at the time, people didn't want to work on Aladdin. They wanted to work on... what was the other movie that came out?
Little Mermaid?
No, when did Pocahontas come out?
Oh, man, I don't remember. I thought it was later.
Yeah, but in terms of like animators, were like when they were working, I think a lot of people were they wanted to focus more on
Also the animators didn't want to work because Disney screwed over animators. That Aladdin started the whole that whole trend of Disney screwing over animators. But a lot of people didn't, as commercial hit as it was, a lot of people didn't like it because of the labor problems that it caused. But it was a bona fide hit. And
Robin Williams didn't like Aladdin when it came out because he made SAG money instead of like millions of dollars because he worked out a deal where instead of taking whatever his regular fee of like $6-7 million, he took like SAG scales like tens of thousands of dollars.
And remember back then the Disney movies this started the Disney animation monster that it's become. These movies weren't blockbusters back then when they first were released. If you remember Cinderella and all those movies, they were released, but they weren't making box office bonanza like Little Mermaid, like Lion King when these movies
Little
came
Mermaid.
out.
When Little Mermaid came out, my mom had to find the VHS at like some weird. We have the original box, the one that
the big box.
Yeah. But they changed the cover later on because of some situations going on there.
But
on the cover. But it took her forever to find that Little Mermaid.
Yeah. But I like the original Aladdin. But it's been a long time since I've seen it. My wife wanted to see this one, because originally you guys were supposed to review it. I actually wouldn't go see it. Katie wanted to see it, and I texted y'all. I was like, "This was actually pretty good."
Okay, so
I did. I wouldn't hate her. Just it wasn't like it's. Think about it. So Booksmart, Aladdin, and Brightburn came out the same weekend. My number 1 and 2 were Brightburn and Booksmart, and Aladdin was 3. Well, I couldn't see those, so we went to see this, and it was good. Will Smith, for all the haters out there about Will Smith and him being blue, and will he be able to be the genie? He did a good job.
He did a really good job.
He did a really good job.
He still sucked at being blue. That's not Will Smith's fault. That's
He didn't suck at being blue. He did not make himself blue.
Yeah, he didn't make
himself blue. The animators or whoever was in charge of the CGI, he didn't suck at being blue. He was great. He was great as Will Smith. I will not let you slander the great Will Smith.
Great-ish.
Yeah. He was really good in the movie.
Will Smith is great.
I think the strongest person in the movie is probably Will Smith. Followed closely by Naomi Scott. A lot of people know her. I knew her just because.
From what?
Power Rangers, baby.
Okay.
She's Kimberly in the new Power Rangers movie.
Okay.
So all the people that are Power Rangers, I'm like, yep, following all of them.
Okay.
But so I knew her.
I had to check him. He said it. He said it, but he didn't qualify.
Yeah, Power Rangers.
I just know who Naomi Scott is.
Yeah. Also, she's a singer. You can tell from this movie, she's got the singing chops more so than everybody else in the movie.
Whoa. Not more than Will Smith, sir. You will not disrespect Will
Singing
Smith.
wise?
Singing? Yeah, it's not even close.
No.
Will Smith don't sing.
The
So
friend
sing.
in me.
that's not a.
That's-
he
that-
rapped for 80% of that
Yeah,
song.
that's
He
not
still
sing.
sung and friend like me
And you think he sounded as good as she did?
I'm thinking he sounded do not overtake the talent of Will Smith singing, sir. You will not.
Wow.
He had a song with DJ Khaled at the end.
That wasn't good.
that was
not good.
Yes, it was.
I was like, wait a minute, DJ Khaled, what is this?
As soon as I heard it, like,
We the best.
I gotta get out of here.
Arabian Nights.
So I liked it. I did not like Arabian Nights in the beginning. I did not like that song. But I
He
like
was singing it.
I like Prince Ali and I like The Friend in Me. I really like those two.
Will Smith continued to be a good rapper.
Yeah.
Not a good singer.
I mean, he
again.
did what he could, making
Yeah.
those words sound like melodies.
You were a good singer to me.
Oh wow.
But
Coming from the musicians of the group,
For
I
real.
did not, and
those with perfect pitch.
And I'm like, I never. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, y'all don't understand this, but Laura be trying to come for me in the newsroom, and then on here, she be thinking she's slick.
I don't proclaim to have perfect pitch, but I will say Naomi Scott sounded great.
She did sound really good.
Will Smith sounded okay. And everybody else sounded okay, but she's on a different level from them. And I expected that because, like, she's a singer. Mina Masood, I still don't know how you pronounce his name. I thought he sounded all right in his songs.
It was definitely...
He looked just like Aladdin.
He did with that bang?
No, the one with when the Aladdin had the white, when he was Prince Ali. And
Oh,
the
okay,
white.
yeah.
Have you seen the side-by-sides of them two?
No.
The teeth and the smile, like you could tell when they made this movie, they went through frame by frame to get certain shots exactly like the movie, because he looks just like.
So you talked about certain shots. This movie was directed by Guy Ritchie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it was a Guy Ritchie movie? Without getting into spoilers?
Yeah.
I felt like I wanted more Guy Ritchie-isms, and we'll talk about that more in the spoilers, but to me it was kind of like...
What else did he direct?
He's
Lock,
like
Stock, and
Lock,
Smoking
Stock, and Two Smoking
Snatch.
Barrels, Rock and Rolla, King Arthur, the newest one.
That doesn't count. Revolver, which is his worst movie.
King Arthur doesn't count?
No, I'm saying Revolver.
Oh, okay.
That's his worst movie. I like King Arthur. I like Guy Ritchie's King Arthur. I like my favorite one is Snatch and Rock and Rolla. Those are his two best.
I feel like with a lot of his movies, some of he has kind of like snappy dialogue and a lot of Sherlock Holmes. He also did the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. A lot of his movies, some like things that stand out to me. And again, you're the director, so you know this better. Quick cuts.
He does quick cuts.
I feel like I didn't see a lot of that in this. There were some points, but not as much.
And he always has a heist, some type of heist.
Yeah.
So the movie it starts off a little different. I'm not gonna go into that, but he did kind of have some of those quick cuts in the bazaar scenes. If you remember when Aladdin moves in the bazaar, some of those quick cuts were kind of Guy Ritchie. I thought, and me and Katie talked about this. We differed. She really loved the way it looked. I thought it was a little drab. In other words, Agrabah. I thought it was plain.
Yeah.
What he said. I thought the costumes, though, were on
It
point.
looked like a Bollywood film.
It did. It really did.
Oh, man, I wanted more dancing because of that. I was like, I wanted more dancing because it's like Bollywood, baby.
Yeah. I will say this. It really looked good. I thought the set itself could have been a little more. I didn't feel immersed in it.
So it felt like instead of them being in the Middle East, it felt like they shot on a studio somewhere.
Yeah, it really did. But the costumes, I will say, Princess Jasmine's costume, Aladdin's costume. The only thing that really bothered me was the blue thing didn't bother me as much as the Will Smith.
His top knot, his pony hat, his...
That is the only thing that really.
Oh,
I wonder if
man.
like that was a Will Smith thing. Like, no, I'm keeping that. Yeah. They're like, well, you don't. No, I'm keeping it. Okay.
And they're like, it's Will Smith.
All right,
it's
fine.
the genie.
That's the only part.
That's
the only part that bothered me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was fine. And again, I'm not a real big person on the singer. I understood the songs that they chose and all that other stuff. I could have done without it. But I really love, my favorite parts are the Will Smith singing A Friend Like Me, Prince Ali, and when they did A Whole New World. I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like, as long as they did A Whole New World and those songs, I was like, okay, I'm good. I liked it. And I came in not wanting to see this movie.
All right. So you're the musician out of three of us.
Barely.
You're the musician out of three of us.
Okay.
So what did you make of like the songs overall?
Yeah.
I love the
Because
songs.
I mean,
I felt like they were definitely there. Okay, so I had to bring it back some because when I got to the theater and sat down, my mom and my little cousin, for some reason I just did not think about this being a kids movie. I was like, this movie's for me and my mama, because we saw this in the theaters back in the day and we seen this now. This for me. And then all these little kids came up.
Well, I was gonna say, I saw it today, and this person sitting next to me, it was an older white gentleman and his wife, and he loved it. She did not care. She was like, "This sucks."
Oh no!
She said it, and she was old to the point where she wasn't trying to whisper. She's like, "Sorry, now I'm being you." She didn't say this sucks. She said this is boring. She's like, "This is boring," but he loved it. He was having a good time. So it was interesting.
I guess because I forgot it was a kids movie, and so there were some corny parts a little bit, but I think more of it that was just with the look. Some of the look, like Aladdin's hair did not move. And
you don't
to
think
me,
so?
it did not move. He had that one bang that just stayed right there. So that brought me back to like, okay, this is a kids movie a little bit. But the singing, I really enjoyed the singing because I was concerned a bit. I was like, man, how they gonna make these songs, give the same kind of love that they gave back in the 90s, but they did a really good job. I really love Street Rat. That's one of my favorite songs from Aladdin anyway. A Whole New World was great.
Yeah. Didn't even miss Peebo Bryson.
I forgot about Peebo. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the music was great, and the only issue I had with this movie, and I think we all kind of said this when we were discussing this earlier, was Jafar.
I feel like
he
the
wasn't villainous.
The actor who played him,
wasn't villainous enough.
And I don't know the actor.
I know his name is, but I can't pronounce it, so don't get me to start.
Like he wasn't menacing enough.
Yeah, he wasn't villainous enough. He was, like I told you before, he was more like a spoiled child that you just were irritated by, not necessarily like he was a scary person. And
Marwan Kenzari?
Yeah, I don't think that's right, but
that's right.
No, what I'm saying, I don't think he pronounced it right, but I'm just saying.
Let's see what else he's been in. You can keep talking.
No, I was just
see
looking
if I know
up
anything else he's been in.
Because I've seen him.
He definitely looked like Jafar with like the beard and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. He has the look.
Shout out to Disney for a great POC movie in terms of people of color. Like, oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Even like the Handmaid's, who's
Nezzy.
Dahlia?
Nezzy
Nasim Pedrad.
Yeah, she's from Saturday Night Live and from New Girl. She was Winston's girlfriend.
Yeah. But it's great to see people of color doing.
She's Persian.
Nasim Pedrad.
Yeah, she's Persian.
Yeah.
She's actually was born in Tehran.
Okay.
But yeah, they did a good job of like making the costumes look authentic, making the songs. Like I said, my only problem was that not on Will Smith's hair, and Jafar wasn't. I agree with you. Jafar wasn't menacing enough for me.
There was a shout out to Disney animators back in the day in terms of the way they made Jafar look.
Yeah, I mean his eyes.
Even when he didn't talk, he just looked.
He looked
menacing, and he kind of had the same silhouette as Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty in terms of like the way he was like animated stuff. And people say that was a direct nod to Sleeping Beauty to get that kind of look. And he just kind of the way they animated and the way he moved through the scene.
But it's also, going back to what you said, the animation. He doesn't move, he glides. And that's what Maleficent does. That evilness where you don't even see their feet. They just kind of hover like spirits or ghosts. And he kind of moved like that. And that's something I think I didn't get from Jafar, that I was like really scared of him. He just was more of a nuisance.
Would that have been too corny though? Or would that have just been like, well, Jafar is magical? And
this is what I think about it. And when I think of evil, and I know this is a kid's movie, when I think of evil, go back to Game of Thrones. Who do you think was more evil, Cersei or Joffrey?
Like Cersei.
Yeah.
And that's how Jafar was to me. He was more Joffrey and more an insolent child, whereas Cersei is pure evil. I wanted like Ursula.
I don't know, I feel like Joffrey was.
He was.
If he would have stayed, if he would have been alive.
And like think of Ursula. Ursula was the girl.
I love Ursula.
See what I'm saying?
Hold on.
She's
taking
evil.
people voices.
You know what I'm saying? But she's evil.
signed his
That's what I'm
contract.
saying. She was evil. Like, I loved Ursula. Old boy Hades from
Hades was
from
Hades
Hercules. The villains have been villains, and I
He
feel like
his flame back.
and that's the one thing I missed in this.
Oh.
Other than that, I really liked it, and I was different from you. I liked being in a movie theater with kids. Like when we went to see it. It was.
Oh, I didn't have a problem with kids.
But you forgot.
I just forgot that there were going to be kids.
I liked it because
jumping all up the steps.
Because I'll be honest with you. At first, there was a lot of kids and it was loud. When that movie started, they were quiet.
Yeah.
And they were immersed in the story. And that's when I said, a lot of people they hated on Will Smith, they hated on him being blue, and this is going to be a piece of whatever. This isn't, like you said, this ain't exactly for us. This is for that new generation of kids. And they loved it. In my theater, it got applause at the end of it. When they brought that DJ Khaled song on, they
applauded to that?
They were applauding the movie.
Oh, okay.
But
it just happened to happen when the song came.
First of all,
DJ Khaled.
You will not disrespect Mr. Another One. And him making music with Will Smith.
Father of Side.
What is the other thing he says? He says, and another one.
Another one. We the best.
We the best.
We the best.
We the best. But I really enjoyed watching this movie with other people who enjoyed it. And that's one of those movie theater experiences that you were like,
yeah, that's his new album name.
Father of Assad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do we want to spoil? What
Okay, now that we've gotten, did you say what you like? Because you were saying.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No.
So,
because
this is like the movie very closely follows a lot of the same beats of Aladdin, and that's cool, but no, that stretches out, right?
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's so long that it feels like
really.
Yeah.
You thought it was long?
Oh yeah.
See, that's what Katie
because
was like, she didn't feel like it was a long.
Did you
movie.
guys watch Aladdin before you saw this?
No, we didn't.
I did. Because I wanted to see the differences and whatnot. And I was like, Aladdin is a quick movie.
Yeah, it's quick.
It's like it moves. It's like an hour 90 minutes or an hour 30 minutes. Like, oh, this moves. This movie was like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Really? See, I didn't know how long it was.
It did feel long.
I didn't think it felt long. She didn't think it felt long. She loved everything about it. The only thing she said that she had a problem with was she didn't like the last song, Speechless, but she understood.
I know what you said.
We're not going to repeat what she said.
What?
Because
Alright.
Michael and my wife
cried.
have been on a text chain.
I had tears for that song. I did.
It was an empowering song.
I don't know what was going on to me at that time at like 2 o'clock this afternoon or whatever. Something was going on with me. I had some tears. When she sang that song, I was like, yes, girl. Speechless.
She would no longer be.
Right? You stand up for your rights.
People disappearing around her and whatnot.
Man,
I was like, Thanos? Are you in this movie?
right.
Yeah.
But that's how we felt about it. So right now, that's the end of
we got scores?
I give
out
it
of 5?
I give it 4 out of 5 flying carpets.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I guess 5 genie lamps.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I give it 3.5.
Okay.
Oh.
Out of 5. 3.5 out of 5.
That ruby thing.
You got it.
I need something.
A bouquet?
Cave of Wonders.
Cave of Wonders.
3.5 out of 5 Cave of Wonders. Yeah, that's what I give it.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that's what we thought. So right now we're about to go into spoilers. So if you hadn't seen it or you want to know, or you don't want to know,
Yeah.
come to the end when we finish talking about spoilers.
Do we really need to spoil Aladdin though? Like, can we really spoil this?
It does have a different ending than the original.
Kind of.
Yeah.
In that, like, the framing. All right, we're spoilers now?
Spoilers.
So you got the framing device of...
Yeah.
Because even in the original one, the story was still told by a peddler who was voiced by Robin Williams.
True.
So this, you had the story told by Will Smith. I was like, as soon as I was like, oh, so you're the genie who got freed. All right, that's cool. That's fine.
Like I said,
I forgot about that, and so when I saw it, I was like, oh, it could be him just telling the story and
To his
like
kids.
to his kids and bringing
He made himself
himself
the
in
genie.
it.
Yeah.
But because I completely forgot about that.
When the wife came up, for a second, I thought it was Jada. I really did. I was like, they got Jada in this movie?
Real
'Cause
quick.
I just heard the voice like, can I be Jada?
But no.
No, it wasn't.
I knew it wasn't Jada, but I was like, whoever this wife is going to be in the movie because she never turned around.
Yeah,
Right.
we never saw
And
her.
you just
Yeah, that
saw
was
the
weird.
hair. And I was like, That's when I knew.
Reveal!
That's when I knew he was the genie.
Like either she was in the movie or like, man, Disney really don't like ladies.
Yeah.
You can't even show her face.
You know people don't have mamas in these.
Right.
No Disney character has a mom for real.
Disney loved killing a mama off.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, they was like, screw moms, we killing everybody.
Yeah.
Because in Lilo and Stitch, they killed a whole family. Yeah. They killed mom and dad.
Yeah.
Got that. But okay, so one thing, well, in the original, didn't Aladdin meet Jafar in jail?
Yeah.
So it was like the old, Jafar was somehow like this old man.
This old man, like, it's Jafar, but it's fine. This old man who used magic. But this is how you win the princess's love.
But I thought, but in the original, he does not set the genie free.
Yeah,
in the original movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's this whole heartbreaking scene, because the genie was already impressed that he wasn't going to get set free, and then Aladdin says it, and Genie's like, wait, say it again? Because that's what I'm saying. A lot of the beats from this movie are like exactly from the movie.
Yeah.
So in the original cartoon, he does set the genie free as well. Okay, yeah. I didn't remember that. It's been so long.
Because he does the whole thing of, ask me for a wish.
Yeah.
And Will Smith does get it yourself.
Yeah.
Robin Williams explodes like, get it yourself, and then zips off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That to me was my favorite part.
Okay.
The ending of him, that to me, Will Smith carried the movie. And the only time, I'm not knocking anybody else's performance, Aladdin only resonated with me when he was with Will Smith. The budding friendship is what got me. And how they interacted with each other carried the movie for me.
I liked him and Jasmine together.
I did too, but I liked him. I only liked Aladdin when he was with other people.
It's funny that you say that, because to me it felt like the genie wasn't necessarily in a lot of the movie, right?
No.
Which was cool. I was
expecting the blue genie, or
no, just in general.
Genie overall. I was expecting Will Smith to be in it more, because
Yeah.
after you see him at the beginning of the movie when he sets up the framing device,
Yeah.
you got like a good 35 minutes before you get to the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it took a while. It's honestly, I felt.
But when he's there though, it's just like
when he's there, he shows up. But it was
Yeah.
it was the same thing of the Venom movie. There was so much setup when you're just like, get to Will Smith.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. Like I honestly, and again, this is me coming from being a different person, wanting to see more Will Smith. So I was like, let's wrap this up. I need to see Will Smith be Will Smith, because that's what I enjoyed the most about the movie. And the friendship, because like, remember when he told Aladdin, he's like, oh, you go drink from that cup, huh?
Yeah.
And like, I like those moments where I got to see, and I know we've seen it before, but it was cool kind of seeing Will Smith as an actor grow up and be, remember how he talked about, like, if we do Fresh Prince again, I gotta be Uncle Phil, to see that kind of character where he was like, almost raising Aladdin to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. And I love that.
Don't embarrass me.
Yeah. But he was like, in 10,000 years.
I've never
been this.
Yeah.
And I
the
love
dance
that.
scene was really cool.
I wish that, so the actor, Mina Massoud, he did a really good job of dancing while still making it seem like he was making control.
That was
he
really
was
good.
really incredible body movement to not fully commit to the movement, making it seem like he was dancing.
Because especially when he did the thing like this and
it's like I almost wanted him to, just because I love a good dance movie, I wanted him to be able to fully dance and not have that herky jerky moment of just fully, but it's not necessarily a knock. I just wanted that for him.
That dance scene was really good, and I really appreciated the commitment everybody put into that movie. Because you could, and I think another thing what really made me like it was, it's fun to see a movie where people enjoy doing the work.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell they enjoy being these characters. Even though you know it's a movie, you're transported to this place, Will Smith looked like he was having fun. Naomi Scott looked like she was having fun, and she committed to the role. And I'll be honest with you, I know it's called Aladdin. You could easily call this movie Princess Jasmine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Really,
she was her own character.
She really was.
She was they made her the Sultan.
Yep.
Because they didn't make her the Sultan in
Nope.
Aladdin.
They was just like, you marry whoever
you can marry whoever you want.
But as a man, you keep this ring.
Right. She got to be and she was the smartest person in the room.
Yep.
She was.
Which was great. She was like, yo, these are my people. I'm
gonna be honest with you. That movie felt a little too on the nose about what's going on right now with women. And I was like, I looked at Katie, I was like, this feels
women's rights.
I was like, man, when he said, you supposed to be seen and not heard, I was like, bro, I was like, bro, are you
the look she made,
the
look she made when he was like, I want to buy you or to purchase you.
Yeah.
She was like,
what?
He's like,
I mean,
and then when she said, you mean I'm for sale? He was like, yeah.
No. Yeah.
Well, I will say one thing about, because I think, again, Aladdin came out before Pocahontas, correct? I think that's right. Because when I was little,
yeah. Because Pocahontas is different animation.
Yeah, when I was little,
because they changed the animation for Pocahontas. Because if you look, because Mulan came out after.
Mulan was amazing.
But if you look at the animation, go back and look at the animation from Mulan.
95.
Yeah.
So 3 years
So
afterwards.
you look at those. It's a different animation scene.
Mm-hmm.
But
go ahead. Finish your thought.
well, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get back to that. But when I was a child, baby, I guess whenever this came out, went to the movies. Jasmine was the only
Princess of Color.
Yeah. And her eyes were big, and I had big eyes too. So my mom always, I had Jasmine everything.
Never noticed that.
Back when I was a kid, before I grew into my eyes, these eyes were huge. Okay. These are the same size eyes I had when I was born, and these things can get big at times.
So you had all this hair and these big eyes? I need to see baby pictures now. Y'all.
Anyway, so Jasmine was my only, representation in Disney, for real.
And it meant a lot to you.
It meant a lot.
Yeah.
And so it was really cool to see, honestly, it was really cool to see other people, I guess, I was talking to Michael about this. I don't know the right way to put it, but other people of color coming into the theater really excited to see this movie because there's more of a Middle Eastern background or Persian background or whatever that were in the theater with us. And I was like, this is for y'all too. Like this is for y'all. So it was just really good to see that, and then to think about back when I was little, Jasmine was the only person I had. Now these kids are growing up with all different types of people that look like them.
Not only that, the girls now are not just princesses, they're generals.
Right.
They're warriors. You got Okoye.
Yeah.
You got Princess Leia is now a general. I mean, you have so many different women.
It's empowering.
It is. And I really noticed that too. And I really liked that her character was not just passive.
Yeah.
Her character, because literally, she saved... Please stop.
I won't.
She saved...
I will not be silent, sir. That's what this movie taught me. I won't be silent.
Speechless was great. Speechless was great.
It was
Speechless was a great song.
It was alright. But she really saved Hakeem. She saved her dad. She saved Dahlia.
When the wind knocked off the Sultan's hat, I said, now this is some disrespectful mess here. Oh, Lord.
Why he look like an old black dad?
Look, he was like, what is going on? The wave cap underneath, keeping his waves fresh.
I want to say Hakeem looked at him one good time and was like, no, Sultan. Like, when you first time you see your grandparents, like, as people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, snap, you ain't got no hair.
Yeah.
Like, but I will say this, the Sultan, Naveed, I love him as an actor, and I'm glad to see him, but he looked just like the Sultan from the cartoon. Like
he wasn't as fat. Like the Sultan from the cartoon was like round.
Oh, he was round.
He was like, woohoo.
But he looked just like the cartoon.
With that beard, the outfit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As somebody who did not want to see this movie, and I didn't care about the trailer, it's documented. I really enjoyed this movie. I really did, and I did not expect to enjoy it that much. And my hat is off to Disney. It made $208 million opening weekend worldwide. It made almost $100 million in the U.S. alone.
$100 million?
What is wrong with you?
I see how you reach for the screwdriver.
I just think I gotta have it in my hand. I wasn't gonna stab nobody. Y'all can stop making me out to be a villain.
Take all these terrible weapons.
You're not John Wick, sir. You can stab people or whatever.
But no, I really enjoyed it. And I know you, see, that's why it's like when we do the review, you two had to be here because you guys were the ones who watched and owned Aladdin.
But you gave it more of a rating than he did.
I really did.
I wonder if I'm doing that because I'm comparing it to Aladdin.
You probably
and I'm not. And I'm definitely not.
That's my issue. Like if I hadn't seen it again, I wouldn't remember everything.
But coming into it, with new eyes, because I hadn't seen Aladdin in years, and I don't think I'm going to go back and watch it anytime soon.
Oh, I have to. Katie wants to see it, so I've either got to buy it or
get it from the library. I got it from the library.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. I went down there to look. They didn't have it, so. Oh, this is another thing. So me and you talked about this. So Disney has pulled Aladdin from every streaming service. You can only buy it on a physical copy, And that's it. You go to Netflix, it's not on there. You go to Amazon Prime, it's listed, you can't buy it. Google Play, it's not on there. iTunes, I checked, it wasn't on there either. So this is going to be interesting going forward with all these live action movies that they released that's on up until November the 12th. Are they going to slowly pull these off? Because I told Katie we're getting Disney Plus, and she was like, the money, and I was like, it's $6.99 and it's everything Disney ever made. She was like, wait a minute. Everything they ever made? I said, the Disney vault is gone. She was like, okay, we getting that.
What about Songs of the South?
I think that's probably gone.
I don't think that's going to be on there.
That's not gone.
I don't think
that might be the one they don't put.
That in an edited Dumbo. I think that's...
Oh, man.
But no, but this is what Disney wanted. This is what they wanted you to, like, see this movie, go running back and go see Aladdin. And they were like, nah. You got to have a copy of this.
I got it on VHS.
I got it on VHS
so many
too.
VHS copies.
Seeing this movie kind of has me scared for Lion King.
Really? I'm excited for Lion King.
Not because I think it's going to be bad, but I feel like it's just going to be Lion King. And if that's the case, I can just go watch Lion King.
But see, this is the thing. It goes back to what Lauren said. The thing about Lion King, and again, this is where you catch people like me.
I don't know.
You said this is a movie for a new generation. There are kids who've seen Lion King on the screen at home. Seeing the Lion King or Aladdin on a 55, 65, even if you got an 85-inch screen TV, does not make up for seeing that on a big screen TV.
Yeah, I still remember going to see Tarzan in theaters.
See what I'm saying? Like, and I think for you...
Let's make live action Tarzan. No, wait, they did already, right?
They did.
Not a Disney,
but like the Disney version of a live action Tarzan.
I don't need to see Tarzan.
Whatever you do with Phil Collins, bring that back. Oh my God.
Phil Collins still making money off Disney.
Alan Menken, man. Shout out to Alan Menken.
But like you said,
song composer for Disney.
This movie wasn't really for you. This was for a new generation of kids. And imagine, and if this made $200 million, I'm going back to when I said this Lion King, universally, that could catch. It may not top, but it may catch Endgame.
I wonder if they're gonna put any of the Broadway music from Lion King into.
Well, you said it yourself. Beyonce has a brand new song. We know Donald Glover has the singing chops to sing. We know.
Can you imagine? I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't wait to hear
I just thought about like.
I want to hear Donald Glover sing.
This is America, and then dang, what was the song?
Come on, spit it out.
I can't think about it.
Y'all see Guava Island yet?
No.
Okay, I should watch it.
Dang. Okay, but again, this movie made $208 million. I liked it, and I did not expect it, and I'm really excited, and I will take Katie to see The Lion King, and we'll be excited for it again, based just on this movie. So.
It was Redbone. I don't know why.
Okay.
But can you imagine like a Redbone version of like I Just Can't Wait to Be King?
I don't think they're gonna make a sexual version of these Lion songs. Man, I'm gonna let you right now. Be Prepared may not be in the movie.
If Be Prepared is not in line, you're not coming back and giving it -2 stars.
I can't remember which one of our comments.
Being prepared.
Because Be Prepared, if you
remember, thinks that they're gonna have the same scene as like the hyenas walking looking like they're in Nazi Germany.
Yes.
They're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do that, but
I mean, maybe they might. Because that's why I'm scared about this movie, because
the beats follow the same.
Yeah, like when in the trailers that we've seen, they've shown so many shots of it looking exactly like the animated movie. Yeah. More so than they did for Aladdin, which had a lot of the same beats. So I'm like, if this movie just follows that shot for shot, maybe.
I mean, I don't know if they're gonna have goose stepping hyenas in this climate.
They need to be prepared.
But honestly, like I said, I really liked it. So you to me. If I had a kid, I would have had a good time. Because you know there are movies you take your kids to, that you have your nieces and nephews, you take them to because you have to. Not because you want to see it. I would have wanted to see, I would have been glad I took them to see this. Now, Secret Life of Pets 2, I don't care about that. But like this, oh yeah, this is something.
Yeah, that looks bad. It's not that it looks bad, it's just like,
it's not for me.
Yeah, it looks.
And I feel like the trailer really showed everything. It's like, oh, I know everything in this movie. Yeah. All right. Yep. That happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just and again, it's one of those movies. This resonated with me.
So for you, your favorite on-screen pair was Will Smith and
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
For you, it was Naomi Scott and Aladdin.
Well, no, I really enjoyed Will Smith and Aladdin too. But I also thought that Aladdin and Jasmine did
I really enjoyed their chemistry overall. I like to believe them as a couple, because like a big part of this movie, more so than the animated movie, was people, whether or not they quote unquote knew their place.
Yeah.
Like that was said a lot from people saying it to Jafar saying it to Jasmine, people saying it to Aladdin, even people saying it to Genie. So that's something that they touched on a lot, and you could see that in the dynamics when people would talk to each other.
The class issue was a big part
That's
of
why
it.
Jafar went off.
Yo, I'm gonna keep talking to me like this.
And then the thing is, you know what I really liked? And the humor was like there. And it was even, because I loved when Dahlia said, when Will Smith was like, hey, I need to go over and talk to this girl real quick. And she was like, I want to travel and I want kids. And like, it was just, that humor was just those beats. They like, really,
okay.
It really did hit. My only quibble with it was, and I told you, I liked Aladdin being in the beginning, or the genie being in the beginning telling the story. I kind of wish it had the Princess Bride feel to it. To where
he would come back every once in a while.
And then like the kids were like,
you mean he became a prince?
See,
let me keep telling the story.
Like, I feel like that's something Guy Ritchie could have done.
Yeah. That's what I
with
wanted.
Cuts. Yeah.
So I wanted the end. I love that they ended with the song, but I really would have liked to have ended with the kids talking to. I want that's just for me. But overall, I really liked the movie. Now that would have put it over the top for me, 5 out of 5. But that's just me. And so if you like it, let us know, because y'all were fans and really enjoyed the movie.
I would definitely see it again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In the theaters, you would take, is this something you would take your nieces and nephew to?
I feel like they might be too old now. They might
Really?
not care. Yeah. They're like 13 or 14.
And see, that's where I was.
Like, I don't care about this.
See, that's where I was when The Lion King came out. I did not care. I wouldn't see, I saw Speed when The Lion King came out.
I thought you were going to say Spade. I saw Spade. It was about to come out, wasn't it?
Nah, I was about to say something else. But I saw Speed. I didn't see The Lion King when it first came out. I didn't see Lion King until it came on VHS. So I know that feeling.
To me, I would have liked more dance numbers, longer dance numbers. And if they had somehow moved away from, and I don't know how exactly, I say this, I don't know how I want it to happen, like to move away from Aladdin, but just, they followed it so closely, I kind of wish.
Because Beauty and the Beast did the same thing.
Yeah.
Cinderella did the same thing.
Did something different. And I guess,
I
mean, I can't knock Disney because it's working. They're making billions of dollars off these movies, so people are liking it.
This is the year of Disney right here, boy.
Kind of.
Because you still got Lion King.
2019.
You still got Lion King to come out. You still got
4.
Toy Story 4, and you still got Star Wars at the back end. This is the year of Disney.
Whatever.
So,
just take all my money.
Yeah.
I mean, they will. I mean, I'm about to buy Disney Plus. I'm about to buy Aladdin, obviously. I got to rebuy the cartoon for my wife. So,
I'm sure it's on, like,
No,
You can get it on Pirate Bay.
You can get it.
no, I mean, she wants a physical copy of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm about to go to somebody's used bookstore or whatever to go get it. But let us know what you think, because I liked it, and I was a hater.
I liked it, and I was not a hater.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
And I love the original.
Yeah.
So that's just comparing to the original. But I think it's a really good movie. I think you have a good time with it.
I think it's a great movie for this generation, and I can't wait to have kids so I can take my kids to it, so I can bother the crap out of Lauren. And so when we sit in the back of the movie theater, we throw popcorn at her.
So in your scenario,
wow,
everybody's still living in Columbia,
right?
Or at least you guys living in the same area, so that you have kids and go to the movie theater.
Wherever Lauren is with the movie theater, be like, hey, when you going to go see Toy Story 6? All right, we coming.
What state you living in now? All right, we'll be there too. Let me know what movie theater.
I'll be like, hey.
And in your mind, she's gonna tell you. She's gonna tell you.
She gonna forget about this.
I hope I'm overseas somewhere.
Oh, we'll fly. Come on, little yellow kids. Come on, let's go.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Find us here on YouTube,
They
Twitter,
look just
Instagram,
like the kids in Aladdin.
Facebook.
Instagram.
Yeah.
What's the kid's name? Is Omari?
I don't know what
Jafari Jr., whatever.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jafari
Jafari Jr.
Who is Jafari?